review. Manchester United drawing 1-1 with AC Milan. And you know what? AC Milan deserved that result, to be fair to them. I really do think AC Milan deserved the result in the end, unfortunately, for Man United. They started the game the better in the first half. They probably ended the game a little bit better than Manchester United as well, especially once we made all those substitutions towards the back end of the game, taking off Bruno, etc. It was obvious, we were going to give up the initiative really to AC Milan, who were going to look for that second goal. Their first goal, the second goal of the game. So an interesting game. I thought United were fortunate to get out of it with a draw when you consider the chances that we had, the chances that they had. Although I've got to say, the miss from Harry Maguire is right up there with the worst misses I've ever seen at Old Trafford. When I think of bad misses at Old Trafford, I can think of Ryan Giggs' against Arsenal in the Cup. Do you remember that? Arsenal in the Cup. The ball comes to Ryan Giggs about 18 yards out. Open goal. He sticks it over the net. It was the same day that Fergie booted the football boot in Beckham's head. So if Giggsy puts that in, United make a little comeback. Arsenal don't win. Does Beckham get a boot in his head? Does Beckham leave Man United? Who knows? We've seen what damage these big misses can do to teams. Harry Maguire's there today was a massive one, a real massive one. I'm not going to go in too hard on Harry Maguire. He didn't mean to fucking miss it from there, do you know what I mean? And I'm sure he's probably sitting at home today thinking, how the fuck did I miss that chance? Because it looked so easy to score. It looked a lot more difficult to miss it, and he somehow managed to miss it. Incredible stuff. He sliced it, it come off his shin. If he meets it with his side foot, as he's gone in to do with his side foot, it goes in the back of the net. It's a nice goal for Man United. But what happens is, he misjudges it, he mistimes his shot, it comes off his shin, it spoons, so it nearly goes wide. The fact that it hits the post, he gets a little bit lucky with that, because if that goes straight wide from there, I think we're all looking at it as a worse miss than it was. It hits his shin, hits the post, and then somehow squirms its way over the bar. Mental one, absolutely mental miss from Harry Maguire. We had I say similar, it weren't maybe as bad, but you expect an attacking player coming onto it. Daniel James in the second half, missing another sitter. We had our chances there today, but the game started with AC Milan looking like the team that were in business. AC Milan looking like a team that were going to get the first goal. Kessie had the ball in the back of the net twice. One of them was clearly offside. It was a good line held by Eric Bailly and Harry Maguire. And the other one was ruled out for handball. Now, I personally feel like it was a little bit harsh. But if it touches your arm in the build-up to a goal, the goal has to get disallowed. It was disallowed, but it was a fantastic finish by Kessie after the handball to half volley it in past Dean Henderson. So, a disappointing start to the game for Manchester United, but we got lucky in the sense that none of those goals did count. And then we reacted. We had some response from the Manchester United team. Whilst not an amazing response, whilst not, United going into it and just becoming the best team far and away, we did have some sort of response. We shaped things up a little bit. We got onto the ball a little bit more, in a bit, Ronnie. We got onto the ball a little bit more. And then we managed to create some opportunities, but we weren't taking them. We had a free kick for Bruno Fernandes on the edge of the box. We had that chance for Harry Maguire. We had a couple of opportunities towards the back end of that first half, which we failed to take. You take them, it's wrapped up the game for you in the first day, but unfortunately we didn't. And then the second half gets off to a dreadful start because Anthony Martial hobbles off injured at half time. Amad Diallo has to come on, so we're excited about seeing Amad Diallo, but you're disappointed at the fact that another injury. We've got Cavani out, we've got Marcus Rashford out, we've got Pogba out, now you've potentially got Anthony Martial out. Those players are out for that game against West Ham. It's a massive, massive miss for Manchester United. We need those boys back in the team. We need those boys in there, trying to help us get goals. It's as simple as that. Because we haven't got enough goals in the team. If you take Cavani out, you take Rashford out, you take Martial out, we haven't got enough goals in this team. Now, Bruno Fernandes went off with 15 minutes left. Now, I don't think Bruno had a particularly good game today at all, but him going off Is he injured? Is there an issue there? I hope not. But you just think of these late goals that Manchester United are conceding at the moment, especially at Old Trafford. You think of Everton. Some of you like talking about the Obafemi goal against Southampton last season. But you think of some of the instances this season, crumbling late on in games. That's not a good sign. It's not a good sign at all. Now, there were complaints about David De Gea in the Everton one, saying that he should have commanded his box a little bit more. He should have come out and claimed it. But a common theme in that is our defence. A common theme in that is the team. Do you know what I mean? And there seems to be issues with the way Manchester United are set up defensively, in terms of defending balls coming into the box. Far too often we can go out of shape and look erratic, look really erratic. Harry Maguire at times can get a little bit under the caution there. Lindelof's the same. And we look really erratic in defence at times. And we need to get on that, because in the late stages of the game, when it's heating up, when teams are pushing on for goals, when they're trying to rescue something, when their game plan's gone out the window, we look real shaky, man. And that's not good at all. And if you look at the goal, Simon Kjær goal, it's a simple corner to defend. Scott McTominay's on the front post. He needs to be doing better with what he's doing. He needs to try and meet the ball, get the first header out. Nemanja Matic, Simon Kjær's his man. So Nemanja Matic has allowed Simon Kjær to get away from him, run away from him, and he's not managed to get goal side of him, block his route to the goal at all. Poor defending from Nemanja Matic. And then Dean Henderson in goal, a poor shout from him. You've got to be better. You've got to flick that. I think David De Gea flicks that over the post, to be totally honest with you. Now, I could just be making that up, but I certainly feel like David De Gea saves that. Now, I'm a fan of Dean Henderson. I think he's the future number one for Manchester United and England, although last time I said a comment like that, it backfired in my face. But I do feel like he has a bright future at United, but I've also consistently said, stop trying to rush him, stop trying to force him into the Manchester United shirt straight away. Give him some time to develop, make mistakes, and then come on. And forcing him to be our first choice goalkeeper isn't the way forward yet. We've still got David De Gea there. Take your time with Dean Henderson. Don't rush him, because he will have moments like this where he makes a mistake. He will. Now, a lot of people are going over the top with this one. A lot of people are getting carried away saying, we're out, this, that, and the other. Look, it doesn't make a big difference to the tie, do you know what I mean? We've got to go there and get a goal. We weren't expecting to go there and keep a clean sheet and 0-0, were we? Were we? None of us were. We've got to go there and get a goal. It's as simple as that. But what we've got to do is, bar the City game where we played on the defensive, we played looking to hit them on the counter-attack. Although we pressed from the front, that's what we were looking to do. Someone just mentioned Haaland in there. You've got to be able to create chances. You can have any number 9 in that box today. You could have a prime Ruud van Nistelrooy. You could have Erling Haaland. You could have Edinson Cavani. You could have Anthony Martial. You can have anyone. We didn't create a thing for them. Our problem today was not who was in the box. Our problem was getting the ball through the midfield and getting it into the box. How many times I saw Bruno Fernandes going and standing next to the striker? Why, bro? You're there to service them. You're there to present them chances. You're there to give. Why are you drifting into the striker position? Why? What have we provided for Greenwood? The 2 chances that we've had today, for Maguire, for Daniel James, we never created no chances for our strikers. We hardly do. They've got to make them themselves. They've got to. Yeah, that's a good point, Glenn. He says Haaland would have put the James one in surely. I'm thinking of opportunities that have fallen to strikers. That's what I'm thinking of. Obviously, you can't expect Daniel James to score that, but Haaland wouldn't be playing on the left wing position or the right wing position, would he? So, there. Chris says, hello, Adam. Great when you slam Rory on the kickoff. Love getting on the kickoff to put the lads straight. Someone has to do it, don't they? Hope you're doing well, Minnie, Glenn, Andrew in the comments. Andrew says, get rid of this midfield. CDM has got to be our number 1 priority this window. Even Mbappe would look average. I agree with you. We've got to get on that midfield position. Fred ain't good enough in there. McTominay's As 8, fair enough. But as a number 6, as a DM, they're not good enough. It's as simple as that. We need someone that can do that job on their own because I'm tired. Like a Matic 5 years ago, Jacob says missing Herrera. I miss Herrera too. I would love to have Herrera in this team right now. Herrera starts for us. It'd be Herrera, Pogba, Bruno. Fred would be holding under 23s and McTominay would be on the bench. That's what would be going on with that. The story with VDB, I don't know you're expecting some sort of transfer insight. I don't have any insight on that, but I assume he's injured. What's his injury anyway?
I don't know.
No idea.
I'm sorry for that.
I really don't know. I mean, we're a Man United fan channel, whose jobs are to share the news on Man United, but not one of us knows. Ross says we lack in squad depth. Fuck all the negativity. What about Amad Diallo today? Is that the greatest debut we've ever seen?
Yeah, go with that.
I'd say Amad's, Rooney's, Ronaldo's top 3. You got anything from the 70s, Jay?
What's that, bro?
Debuts?
Debuts. What, in terms of the best ever debuts? Ronnie's got to be up there for me. I know it's not the 70s, but you know what I mean.
Just after Amad?
Yeah. Ronnie,
Callum says
you
that
always want Kiko.
Kiko.
Come on, mate.
You can't, yeah. That's probably won it, to be honest. That's probably won it, to be totally honest with you. Amad was ridiculous for 18 and scored that goal. Rooney hat-trick by far, says Barry, yeah. Manchester United. But I mean, we were thinking football debuts really, weren't we? Yeah. Like, we had known about Rooney before then. But yeah, his Man United debut was incredible. But then again, this was Amad's Man United debut.
Van der Beek's injuries, lack of match fitness, 75% chance of playing.
That's great insight by the Premier League.
So the Premier League have Donny van der Beek's injury as a lack of match fitness. I mean, Ollie's doing my head in with that, to be honest. Just play him or sell him. Like, what's the fuck is this issue about? Do you know what I mean? What is going on there? Play the fella, man. What has he done to you? Give Donny a chance. I am worried about West Ham, though, you know. No Marshall, no Rashford, no Cavani, no Pogba. We go into that game with them, with that team, missing those players. We do not beat West Ham. I don't think. No Cavani, no Rashford, no Marshall. I don't think we beat West Ham with that lot. But, on the other hand, imagine a front three of Amad, Mason Greenwood, Daniel James or something. It's a bit rapid, that, isn't it? It's a bit rapid. It could be good, that. So maybe we get to see Amad Diallo start. We might lose, but it'll be fun. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you're keeping it locked. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. But yeah, United have drawn 1-1 with AC Milan. Is the second leg next week?
It's Thursday.
We'll be back next week for the second leg. Make sure you subscribe into Stretford Paddock and all that. I also did a review for them. The watch-along highlights were good. We spoke about Neymar's sister. We spoke about football. Spoke about worst misses. All those kind of things. Go and check that out. But for now, I have been AdamMcKola. You lot have been legends. I'm out of here. Peace.